For the first time in history, the US does not hold a AAA credit rating from at least one of the three big agencies. S&P in 2011 was the first to strip the country of its pristine rating, while Fitch took the move in 2023. Saturday, May 17th, 2025, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So the big news late yesterday after the markets closed and just before the futures closed a few minutes before was that Moody's downgraded the United States from AAA to AA. So the US's top rating is completely gone because Fitch and S&P don't have top ratings for the United States. You will want to wait until after I talk about this topic because you will see in this video itself as well my visit to my local coin shop yesterday. That's what I was planning to publish this morning, but I thought I'm going to talk about this downgrade and then add my visit afterwards. So if you want to watch that, stay tuned to this video. So a lot of you must be asking what happened to gold back in 2011 when S&P first downgraded the United States. Yes, S&P was the first rating agency to downgrade the United States at the time. Surprise, surprise, they were having a debt ceiling impasse like they're having this time. So things haven't gotten better. The debt is a lot bigger. The deficits are running a lot higher. And that's what it's all about. It's not political. If you read the analysis, even in the mainstream, it says this is not about punishing the current administration. This is the culmination of irresponsible spending from Congress and past administrations. Something has to be done. And I'm afraid it's too late for it because the maths is completely impossible unless you bring the economy to its knees and have a Great Depression. But then again, that would lead to the collapse of tax receipts and the collapse of the treasury market. So between a rock and a hard place, well, let's quickly look at what happened the last time when S&P in 2011, it was August 5th, 2011, when they cut the S&P, the United States rating. And it's strange because 18 days after they downgraded the U.S. credit rating, Devin Sharma would step down as the chief of Standard & Poor's. So it didn't end up very well for Standard & Poor's CEO. I'm not sure this is going to happen to Moody's this time around. It's a different environment, I would say. But anyway, I've got bar chart here, and you can go back to periods of time to look at the gold price. So I went back from beginning of 2011 to beginning of 2012. It's a daily chart, very easy to work out. So August 5th, got here August 5th, gold closed at 1,663, and then a month later, on September 6th, just over a month later, it touched 1,920. So it went up 15.5%. So if you take 3,200, multiply that by 15%, you get about 3,680. Am I saying that's where we're going to go in the next month? No, gold could go anywhere in the short term, but it gives you an idea of what could happen. Of course, that top in 2011 in September was quite a long-term top. We only broke that again about 10 years later, I think, or 9 years later. And yes, after that top, we had kind of a bear market up until the end of 2015, which is actually when I started this channel. And yeah, interesting, isn't it? But let's quickly go through here some of the reasons why Moody's has stripped the US's top-notch AAA credit rating. And I think it also will make a difference for investors, because there are some institutions that limit the amount of non-AAA paper that can be invested in the fund, or even sovereign countries might not be too keen on having non-AAA reserves. Even though, yes, this is still United States debt, it's still considered kind of the major reserve currency. But I think this is a huge chink in the armor of the dollar as a major reserve currency. And so what currency is going to benefit from this? Is it going to be the yuan, the euro? Well, for the normies out there in the fiat currency world who know very little about money and the origin of money and gold, yes, maybe so. I personally think it's just going to increase the interest in gold, physical gold, especially from sovereign institutions and even from banks. Yeah, I think banks are going to look really hard at whether they should really load up on treasuries now, seeing that they're not AAA anymore. So yeah, it's a heavy psychological blow in my opinion. So the FT says Moody strips US of top-notch AAA credit rating. Agency warns of strains caused by rising government debt and a widening budget deficit. Moody's has stripped the U.S. of its top-notch AAA credit rating as it warned about rising levels of government debt and the widening budget deficit in the world's biggest economy. The agency on Friday afternoon cut its credit rating on the U.S. by one notch to AA1 from AAA, while its outlook was changed to stable from negative. Fitch and S&P, the other main agencies, had previously removed the U.S.'s pristine rating. The move by Moody's comes as investors are growing increasingly concerned about the U.S.'s fiscal trajectory. Interesting that I spoke with Clive yesterday, and I'm going to put a link to my video interview with Clive, and we mentioned Stephen Jen, who's a Wall Street analyst, who was very positive up until a few months ago about the Trump administration's fiscal trajectory, and now is very negative. President Donald Trump's Republican Party is pursuing a budget bill that is widely expected to increase debt significantly over the next decade. This is what Moody's said. While we recognize the U.S.'s significant economic and financial strengths, we believe these no longer fully counterbalance the decline in fiscal metrics, Moody said on Friday afternoon. Moody said it expected federal deficits to widen to almost 9% of GDP by 2035. That's massive. Unless you are in a crisis, in a recession, you don't run 9% budget deficits. Up from 6.4% last year, owing to increased interest payments on debt, entitlement spending, and relatively low revenue generation. And it continues, this one-notch downgrade on our 21-notch rating scale reflects the increase over more than a decade in government debt and interest payment ratios to levels that are significantly higher than similarly rated sovereigns the agency wrote. The White House dismissed the downgrade and lashed out at Mark Zandi, Moody's chief economist. Nobody takes his analysis seriously, the White House said. He has been proven wrong time and time again. And then the FT, they write that Zandi was not an author of this report and works for Moody's Analytics, a separate part of the company that is not part of its rating business. So there you go. For the first time in history, the U.S. does not hold a AAA credit rating from at least one of the three big agencies. S&P in 2011 was the first to strip the country of its pristine rating, while Fitch took the move in 2023. So there you go. I'm going to stop right here. Yes, it's going to be an interesting start to the week, next week for the markets, and we're going to be watching it closely. So now you can watch my visit to my local coin shop, Peter Morris Coins, Metals, Banknotes and Antiquities in Bromley. That's southeast London. For those of you who are in the UK, you can visit Peter Morris physically. You can go there, or you can give him a call and order stuff through the phone. He'll post it to you as well. I'm going to leave a link to his website below in the description. So there you go. Today I'm going to my local coin shop in Bromley North, which is in Bromley, of course, Bromley North Station. It's pretty easy to park here, around here. You do have to pay, but you can use the Ringo app or the other ones. So here we go. This is where the coin shop is, Peter Morris. It's a small train station. And I've been coming here for over 20 years, so I know Peter Morris really well. As you can see, he's a coins, metals, banknotes, and antiquities dealer. He is open today. It's Friday, May 16th. Beautiful day. My daughter, by the way, worked here as a Saturday girl. So, yeah, you have to ring the bell when you come in. So I'll talk to you guys later. So I've come in right now, and Peter is very busy with all his coins. Peter, how long have you been here?
Over 30 years.
Yeah.
I gave up teaching when I was 40, so that's at least 32 years.
Wow. Yeah, so you used to teach, was it German?
German and French, two
Yeah,
languages.
yeah. Peter, like me, is a polyglot.
Polyglots.
Yes.
I might go to prison for that.
Yeah. So you see, it's not just coins here; it's everything. You know, metals. Do you want to tell the viewers what you do here?
Well, we basically do coins, English and foreign coins. We do war medals, decorations. We do banknotes, English notes, foreign notes. We do tokens, medallions. We do Roman and Greek coins. We do antiquities. That's about it really. English coins, foreign coins, banknotes, English and foreign tokens, Roman and Greek coins.
Yeah.
And we do things like Roman olives, a few Roman olives sticking in there. We had some, the last list we did of ancient coins and antiquities had some Egyptian stuff. I take the children to Egypt in the summer for a couple of weeks.
That's nice.
So we do all this sort of stuff. That's really.
And if you sign up with Peter, he'll send you one of these regularly.
We do printed lists, and the same list goes on the website. So
yeah.
I've got lots of older customers who don't like websites. They like printed lists.
Yeah.
Sit down, cup of tea, and say, "That's nice. I'll have that."
Oh, okay. And as for bullion, sometimes you do deal in bullion, but that's not your business, right? Can you explain how that works?
Sovereigns and half sovereigns and that sort of stuff, and we have customers who decide that, or who think that gold is the place to go, so they like to buy sovereigns. We don't have huge stocks of gold. One, because it doesn't come our way, and secondly, because there's a security aspect,
Yeah. What about when they sell? They can sell to you as long as.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, I mean, there's a buy sell of everything. We know what we can sell things for, and we just offer.
What if someone came with 100 sovereigns? Would you be able to?
Yeah, probably, but I would sell them the same day. I wouldn't have them.
I see. So you'd find a buyer.
Oh, well, it's easy to find buyers.
Oh, okay. So, okay, that's good to know.
I don't
And
like to have
and
sort
by
of
the way,
products.
Peter and I are friends, and he's not an affiliate. So I'm doing this
Yeah, we're
because
totally
because I
different
like
people,
it,
yes.
and I've come to look at some coins myself today. Probably, I bought a lot of like even American pre-65 quarters, dimes, and half dollars here. So you can
Kennedy
find that
cards,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. And you've got like Matchbox cars as
They're only
well.
Morris cards, they're not for sale. Because they're
Not for
Morris
sale.
cards.
Morris, yeah. And
There's a clue in the name.
he's even got some interesting books here. The
That's all
1936
Nazi stuff,
Olympics, Nazi stuff.
Yep, we've got
Yeah.
a copy of Mein Kampf as well. I had 2 copies, I sold one.
Have you?
Yes.
Where
it's,
is it?
It's sitting upright, the dark blue
Oh.
thing.
Is that in German or
Oh yes, in Gothic
Oh,
script.
there you
A lot
go.
of people can't read Gothic
Mein
scripts.
Kampf in German? So that's not very politically correct, Peter.
Okay,
There you go.
My Iron Crosses aren't either, but
Iron
I-
Cross.
I took that to Hong Kong a few weeks back to the show.
Yeah.
There's lots of mad Chinese who like Nazi medals.
I
Queen's
bought
medals.
I bought a postcard from you from 1894. It was sent from Hong Kong to Germany.
Oh,
And it was
wow.
a lithograph of how they dealt with pirates in Hong Kong.
Oh yes. Yeah.
You know that
Yeah,
that
yes.
one, yeah. Peter, what about the easiest way to find out where you are and contact you is to go online, Peter Morris?
You can type in
Peter
Peter Morris coins
coin-
and medals or
Yeah.
Bromley medals,
Yeah.
South East London coin
Yeah.
dealers.
And I recommend you give you call, and if Peter's not here, there'll be a message, and he'll
yeah.
tell you exactly when he's open. He doesn't open regular hours, so you need to check. Oh, we got a bust here.
That's the it's actually a walnut cracker or nut. You put a nut in there.
Oh, I
and then
see.
You can. It's a sort of cast iron. It's very heavy
Oh.
actually.
What about the?
This is much more fun because you put a coin in. If I've got a sixpence there, and then he will sort of eat it.
Oh, you like silver,
It's
doesn't he?
got a few cobwebs on. But
Yeah.
we don't like cobwebs.
All
But
right.
people drag in things like Churchill crowns and Charles and Di crowns.
Yeah,
and,
they're not worth much,
No,
those, are
five
they?
bob.
5.
and
Yeah.
people insist they're 5 shillings, but they're not.
All right.
We have-
Okay.
We have all sorts of stuff. I mean, the rest stuff's in the safe. Other bits of line. We have lots of 1-ounce coins at the moment. People are all crazy for Britannia 1-ounce coins.
Silver, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got this year's 1-ounce coins. from
Have you
places.
got any US 90% coins?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got
I
some.
also like the. Have you got some florins pre 1920?
I do. I just sorted some out
Yeah.
this morning somewhere. Where did they go?
Those are my favorite.
Well,
I like those.
What do I do with the florins? That's shillings. That's florins. Well, I think those are probably later ones. Those are George VI onwards. I did
All
have
right.
some earlier ones. I'm not sure I put them out.
There you go.
Where did I put those?
Of course, these will cost more than bullion, but
Well,
for
they're just nice condition. you
yeah,
know,
they're
I mean,
nice conditions.
I
Are
mean,
these like 50%?
Those are 50%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're I mean, those will melt down because they're just grubby ones, and
Yeah.
those are pre-20, which are sterling silver.
Yeah, yeah.
That's.
Are they? That's not the price.
No,
is it?
it's just a bucket. To
Yeah.
throw them in. It's just
Yeah.
something.
I
To
just
throw them
wanted
in.
to make sure
That's
to
all right.
tell the viewers.
That's a Victorian 2-bob. It's not worth much more than silver because it's very flat. But I mean, we've got a.
So that's a Victorian.
Yeah, I've got a. That's quite
Florin?
cute. That's 1887. That's a little. That's quite. It's a much nicer one.
Oh yeah, I
That's a
like
2-bob.
these here. Yeah.
I've got a set.
So
I've got these.
2 shillings is called 2 bob, right?
Yeah, or a
Or a
florin.
florin, yeah.
Yeah, and that they did for a short while in the Jubilee Head era. They did a double florin.
Oh yeah,
which is
double
4
florin. It's
shillings.
barmaid's.
Barmaid's ruin or barmaid's grief.
Oh yeah,
because
could you
that was
tell
4
the story
shillings.
about the
Yeah, yeah.
barmaid's grief?
Yeah, basically, you only had crowns, which were 5 shillings.
Yeah.
And that stayed the same size now, even up until modern. If you can get like a £5 copper nickel crown, which
Yeah.
is that's Diana. We've got a few others here. But up until Victorian times, a crown was 5 shillings,
Yeah.
quarter of a pound, and you could spend it. And then when she was on the throne for 50 years, they said, let's change the coinage to a new head.
Yeah.
But they brought out a double florin, which is the same time as the florins. The trouble was, it's not much different.
The double florin, that's
It's 4 shillings
yeah.
as opposed to 5 shillings, and there's not a lot of difference. A bit like the American when they brought out the Susan B. Anthony dollars.
Yeah.
That looked like quarters.
Oh,
and
I see.
everyone hated them, so they gave up.
Yeah.
And these were the same. People would go into a smoky Victorian pub and order a round of drinks and say, "Here we are, barmaid. Here's a crown."
Yeah,
and she not knowing the difference between the double florin,
Yeah.
4 shillings, and the crown 5 shillings, will give them another.
So
shilling
the
change.
crown is like 60 pence, and
Yeah,
the
5
double
shillings, yes.
florin would be 48. So
Yeah.
she'd be losing out 12
A
pence.
shilling, which is like
Yeah.
a week's wages.
Oh, wow.
So,
So that's the barmaid's
that's
ruin.
coming at your wages, dear. It's
Yeah.
what? But it only lasted from 87 to
Yeah.
90.
I think I've got a couple of barmaid's ruin. Peter, so I think you already have quite a few of my followers who have contacted you, right?
I've had, the first time you came and spoke to me, I had a load of, quite a lot of Americans and others saying, "I wish we had this shop in my town, because I'll be there every day."
Yeah. No, it's a nice place, and hopefully it will be around here for...
A few more years.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on dropping dead yet.
No. What about like succession? Would there be someone taking over?
My children help me at shows sometimes. My oldest one, Austin, she's been to Munich twice, helped me at the show. They've been to Hong Kong, helped me at Hong Kong.
Yeah, maybe they'll. We'll see. That'll be
But
nice.
they've all got their own plans. Austin wants to be an actor. Johnny wants to do interactive computer stuff.
Oh,
so
right.
They've all got their own things, but as long as I'm fit and enjoy it, I'll carry on.
Yeah, you do. You travel around the world a lot, don't you? For the coin
I've got
shows.
in Belgium coming up.
You go to Hong Kong, don't you?
Just come back about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, there's German shows.
Yeah.
There's shows in London, shows in Berlin.
Oh yeah, is
shows
it
in
September the Coinex?
Coinex is September. That's a big show in London.
Yeah, I
there's
think I'll show up
major
there.
dues are there.
Okay, great.
Lots of expensive stuff.
All right,
Thank
Peter.
you, Mario. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
in.
you're welcome. And now
See you
we'll look
again.
at some coins.
Excellent. All right.